In this video, we're going to be talking about my favorite tools and resources for trading Bitcoin and altcoins. Welcome back to Chris Dunn TV, the show that's all about teaching you practical skills to thrive in today's economy. So a while ago, I wrote this blog post, the 5 best tools to start trading Bitcoin. And I wanted to do an update video to this blog post and kind of walk you through some of these tools. And the first resource we're going to talk about is Bitcoin and altcoin exchanges. So just like you can trade stocks, futures, Forex, or options online, you can also trade cryptocurrencies online. And one of the most common questions that I get is, Chris, what is the best exchange to trade Bitcoin or alternative currencies, aka altcoins, on? And the answer is it depends. The first thing you need to think about is what country you live in, because certain exchanges have restrictions and availability on different countries. And what I usually like to do is start on this website, coinmarketcap.com. And I'm going to link up all of these resources in the description here. But if you wanted to take a look at what the most active exchanges are right now, this is where you want to start, because they're always changing. There's new exchanges coming out, old ones close down, and this is a space that's constantly evolving. So if we just start with Bitcoin, you'll notice when you land on this page, it has a lot of information like, the market cap, the 24-hour trading volume, the current supply, how many Bitcoin are currently out there, and what the max supply is. And if you scroll down, you'll see just a very simple chart here. And if we click on markets, this will show you all the different exchanges or marketplaces that you can trade Bitcoin. And what you want to do is sort by pair, and you want to find the currency that you use. So for me, for example, it would be BTC USD. So I trade in US dollars since I'm from the States. If you're in Europe, maybe it's BTC EUR for euro, but we'll scroll down and just start with USD. And you'll notice the most active exchange right now, which is the second largest 24-hour volume, is Bitfinex. And if you've been in the game for a while, you know Bitfinex has absolutely had its issues in the past, but it still remains at the time of this video the #1 exchange by volume for USD. Then you can see under that we have BTCE, Bitstamp, GDAX, which is the trading exchange owned by Coinbase, OKCoin, Gemini, and on and on and on. And really, I look to only trade with maybe the top half a dozen or so exchanges by volume. You don't want to trade at exchanges that have very, very low volume, because when the liquidity is low, you'll get a lot of slippage in your orders. And it's just, you want to go where the biggest volume is. And so if we jump back here to CoinMarketCap, and let's go just take a look at Ethereum. And if you scroll down here and again hit markets, we'll see which ones are currently trading most. So Poloniex has historically been the most active exchange for altcoins. So you can see here it's the #1 for Ethereum paired against BTC. And if you click on the exchange, so if we click here on Poloniex, it'll take you to this exchange and all the cryptocurrencies that are actively being traded here. So you can see Ethereum, Dash is #2, then Bitcoin, and on and on and on. And so if you're just getting started, what I would suggest is go here on this site, sort by the highest market cap cryptocurrencies, and look at what the biggest exchanges are, and then just go get familiar with those exchanges. Sign up, get accounts, and learn what those exchanges do, if you can or can't trade with them, and just start trading with very, very small size. Do not use and consider exchanges like bank accounts. These are not FDIC insured trading accounts like you would have at E-Trade or Fidelity or something like that in the States. Like, these are very risky marketplaces, and you want to make sure that you keep a lot of your value actually in hardware storage, which is the next tool. In addition to these online wallets and online exchanges, we actually have physical devices where you can store your cryptocurrency. And we'll just take a look at some of the most popular ones. So Trezor is a popular hardware wallet where you can store this literally in a vault like you would with gold. And also another popular one that I like is Ledger. So again, I'm going to link all this stuff up below. But the reason why you want to do this is you actually control your coins. Whenever you have your cryptocurrency on an exchange, you actually don't really own that cryptocurrency. Really, what you have is credits for that cryptocurrency. You don't own a cryptocurrency unless you have control over the private key. And after you get your account set up with the best exchanges for you, then you want to make sure that you have access to the best charting tools. And my favorite charting tool is Coinigy. And the reason I love Coinigy so much is this is the best place that aggregates all of the currency pairs and all the exchanges in one platform. So if you look here in the platform on the left-hand side, this is a list of all of the different exchanges. And then if you click on an exchange, so if we hit BITF for Bitfinex, it'll give you a list of all of the currency pairs that this exchange offers. And so what I like to do is I'll save my favorites. So if I sort by my favorites, you can see these are the top exchanges that I look at and use. And then under each one, so if we look at Poloniex, these are the altcoins that I have saved at Poloniex. And then obviously at Bitfinex, those are the major pairs there, along with like Bittrex. And then, several others. So again, the beautiful thing here is you have all of the exchange and the coin data in one area. It's also, they have a really nice user interface here for charting tools. And you'll notice, guys, my charts are super, super clean. I always kind of chuckle whenever I see these guys and ladies that have these charts where there's like 50 different indicators on there, and you can fully customize this stuff. You can add so many different indicators, so many different charts and styles. It really is customizable. You can add strategies, and I just like to keep things very, very simple and clean, but do what works for you. Now, you can actually trade through Coinigy. So they have an API that links to some of the different exchanges. As of right now, I don't really use that. I like to still place orders directly with the exchanges. I just find that there's less potential problems there. But again, play with it, get familiar with these tools, and find something that works for you. And then the next thing I want to talk about is mobile charting and alerts. So odds are you're not going to be in front of your computer all the time. I travel a lot. I'm not always sitting in front of my computer. So what I like to do is have some apps on my phone that I can get a real quick price chart and alerts. Now, Zero Block is a good app. Also, some of the exchanges like Coinbase has an app where you can set alerts and look at some just really simple price charts. Again, Coinigy is probably one of the best tools for charting, and there are several others out there. But when it comes to actually being engaged with the markets, again, I don't sit there and watch the charts all day long. In fact, I only invest maybe a few hours a month actively managing trades, unless there's a ton of volatility. But you want to be engaged and you want to be aware if something big happens. So as the market's moving, if there's a big move and we break out of a specific zone that I'm watching, I want to be alerted to that fact, and it may or may not have an effect on an open trade that I have. And then the final resource that I think is just really valuable is being a part of a community. You know, trading and investing can be a really lonely thing, and it's helpful to be around other like-minded people that can support you and that you can learn from or help other people. We have a crypto community over at the Skill Incubator, and I'll give you a link below. You can find out about that, but just find somewhere that you fit. And I would encourage you to stay away from what's called the troll boxes, which are basically chat rooms that are set up at the exchanges. I just find those are highly emotional. It's people just pumping and dumping on each other. It's not really conducive as a good learning environment. So go somewhere where you feel comfortable, where you can learn, and where you can be around other like-minded people. So the question of the day is, what trading tool or resource do you really like that I didn't mention in this video? There are so many great resources out there now, and obviously I didn't cover them all here. I just showed you some of my favorites, but go ahead and leave me a comment in this video and let me know what your favorite tool is. And again, everything that I talked about is linked up in the description below. I hope you guys got value from this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.